Up until a couple of years ago, I always prided myself in the fact that I could get over love easily. But recently, I've been put through a test because this one continues to haunt my thoughts, although we no longer physically connect. And I wish time would stand still on Easter Sunday, because his love I would resurrect. I would roll back the stone on the tomb of my womb where his spirit now rests. For he was crucified on the cross. My heart promised that I would never succumb to this, not at least this way. Before we even had the opportunity to meet, his name I would quietly repeat as I held my waist. Harper, Harper, a name that would never be erased. He and I became an item by surprise. I hadn't planned to fall in love because it was right after the storm and I was in a new place, but the very first time I saw his face in that doctor's office that day, I was torn. Engaged in a 3-month love affair where conflict grew to exist. And even in that short amount of time, he literally made me sick. And when I say sick, I mean sick to my stomach. Made me emotional, made me want to vomit. And no matter how much he nagged me trying to establish his intention, I realized that he only wanted me to pay him some attention. And I tried. Most nights I cried because I knew we couldn't stay together. See, Harper and I were close, so close that I could feel him inside. It was both pleasure and pain. It's as if we had the same blood coursing through our veins. We were like family, and I could picture our future together. Framed portrait displayed on mantle. I knew I deeply loved this man, though I just couldn't quite get a handle on my feelings for him. I knew that we could never be. So I gave him the whole spiel about it's not you, it's me. It's like I knew that he would resent me if I allowed us to remain because I was unstable. So we had to disconnect like umbilical cord from navel, and I was a coward, disgracefully bowed out. I allowed someone to take him away from me, allowed them to intervene by intravenously sedating me. Felt as if they literally sucked the life up out of me because I couldn't watch him leave, and I knew he'd only end up hating me if I allowed him to stay. And I can still remember that day because it rained cats and dogs, and the intensity of the pain matched my loss. I felt safe hatred for the way that I terminated our love, impersonal and improper. No fond farewell. Like a biohazard bag, an anonymous tag, an immortal decision made between life and death, perpetuated by my own selfishness. Placed my earthly concerns above a love that was heaven sent, so back to heaven I sent him. Sometimes I have these cryptic dreams at night, imagining what Harper might look like, and it tortures me, but unfortunately, we sometimes do what we must, although we may be guilt-ridden later, oblivious that we are neither destroyer nor creator of the love that the Most High places in our lives. See, my mama experienced that same type of unexpected love at the same age of 15, but she chose to let the seed blossom, while I condemned mine to become a fossil. But his carbon footprint is etched in my heart. As for the future, I'm desperately wishing that the love will find me again in a better position, and this time I will hold on to it for dear life, this dear life, his dear life. So today in his memory, I put pen to pad, my love letter to the son I never had.
I hear Master outside. Clench this rock in my hands as I close my eyes. Feel the wind in my face as I swing from this tree. Hands still bound in these ropes, but my spirit's free as I reach for freedom, as I reach for freedom, as I reach for freedom, as I reach for freedom.
You are the soul where souls find the soil to stand. Your garden hardened with thoughts of magnolias and birds. Seeds sprouting across the globe, and even when your bowl overflowed, the gumbo wasn't too spicy to keep us from food. So we feast on your false beliefs. Shouted us in the skies to shower us with voodoo and moonshine, or the stripped little boys on street corners with Sammy Davis stems pounding pavement while tourists find it funny, and children were at the purposely unaimed nickel dancing down sidewalk. We love you with ignorant curiosity. Brushing your lips only the hint of a kiss. Commitmentless carnivores pouring out your soul for doubloons and beads and kickbacks. drown in tears, waterfalls, and floodwaters. Swimming through deception and lies, shoulder high compromise and bring New Orleans back commissions. But this be Southern living, them closing schools and building prisons. Confusing new religion, got the billboards to prove it. Lost hearts, heavy movement, but soul, you are worth fighting for. So I give you my words, for you have inspired me, aspired to be just a part of your history. Your memories paved with spirits of greatness, and even the great flood couldn't erase. I am part of you, soul, left to die by those on high. But somewhere between the waterline and the color line lies the poverty line. So we stand in line for shelter, safe haven, and overdue reparations. For patience where it's thin when all hope is done. And I know all white boys from Texas not crazy, but I can think of one. Through politics they stay connected. The people unprotected. The wetlands still neglected as you can die second to the highest bidder. All I long to hold you, soul. Arms grow weak like levees. Hearts lay heavy with thoughts of tomorrow for the city that can't forgot. A governmental plot blames on Mother Nature's fury. Vision blurry for media blast of downbeat broadcasts of a circumstance they can never understand. No-name reporters getting famous off our cults, famous off our loss. Put New Orleans on the cross and crucified. They quit to catch the close-up, watch your children die. Evacuee/poet, refugee/musician, constituent/looter, survivor/sinner, American citizen/great-grandson of a former slave. Dancing on Congo squares and raised graves intramade to African drums and brass bands. I'm speaking in tongues with Indian chants. I'm fading from rooftops and superstores. I'm screaming for help, just craving for home. To me, you are more than the Mardi Gras mambo, more than back in catfish and gumbo. You are the jazz song I heard, and then I realized music could move me. You are the muse of Cajun moons, mixed with the heat of sexy southern humidity. You are the birthplace of civil rights. You're the reason why I write. You're the night I made all my wrongs, and the one I tried to make them right. You're the spirit of 7 Lord hardheads, buried in the 17th Street canals. You're the song of 100,000 strong. From uptown to the east, we begging to come home, so that I won't leave you, soul. I'm gonna throw you to the wolves and watch them tear you to pieces. I can't give you back to those who couldn't keep you. I will gather your children from across this land, for you are the soul where souls find the strength to stand. New Orleans, you are not just where I live. You are who I am. And I don't know much, but I know I love you. And that may be all I need to know.
Bullet holes in the backs of babies. Spread legs of expendable women to the ends of divide and conquer again. Diminishing numbers in a genocidal cleansing of color. These are murderers, seeking a homogeneous existence, eliminating what is to them the menace of blackness. Now their actions are not hidden nor are they denied, yet on somebody's watch they said there would be no more genocide. I guess it takes time to decide to save lives. Because the house is burning right before their eyes, yet they stand there watching the flames with a bucket of water in one hand and blood on the palm of the other. I wonder if Darfur would be a more urgent emergency if they were raping your mother. Or would it be a more pressing priority if it were happening in your backyard, but maybe not, because I've seen the fresh graves in the night guard. Yet my own displacement dims in the grim countenance of millions in exodus, hoping to find an oasis from that place that seeks to erase them. Still, I see the distance between me and my brethren is minute at the root when some seek to uproot our existence. Yet they insist that they have done their duty to the best of their ability. Throw a few dollars at the problems and point a political finger of responsibility. Then go deliberate the best economic solution while I'm backstroking to stay above the floodwater and my brothers duck below the gunfire. But it's your justice that is a liar, and it is your mockery of a democracy that's blind. You choose which wars are worth fighting for, and there's a price tag on the dying. It becomes an issue when the profit's affected. We get selected for rescue when the cameras waters dried. All